It is I, Menace Snowdecker, and welcome back to another YouTube video. The last few months I've been pondering a decision that I wasn't certain if I wanted to fully disclose upon when I thought about it. However, I've finally made up my mind. In the last few months, I've been quietly trying to amass a collection in World of Tanks, trying to collect basically every single tank that this game had. And despite how stupid the idea was, I've actually made it pretty far, as you can see by the sidebar here. I've collected a pretty large amount of tanks. Does it tell me the number? Yeah, 73. I've collected 73 different tanks. However, this is not how many I've actually unlocked. If I go to the tech tree, as you can see here, there are more on this list that I did unlock, that I did have at one point in time, and then I just sold them off so I could try to get some bigger tanks. I sold them off not because I wanted to sell them, but because I ran into an issue with my PC. And it's not really my PC, it's the game itself. My PC has the space for it, but it cannot handle the strain that this is putting on it. So I've literally been trying to grind with the KV2, and this tank alone has been breaking my PC. At first I thought, okay, it was just a one-time thing, I just gotta increase the speed, the processing, the ability to handle all of this. No. I enhanced everything, and then it broke my PC a second time, forcing my PC to quit on me, and I had to manually shut it all down and restart it. Afterward, I deleted files, made space on my PC, enhanced everything again, and the same thing happened. And this is just for tier 6. So because of all the collecting that I've been doing that I wanted to do, just trying to use a tier 6 repeatedly is more than enough to break my PC. So after going through stuff and looking at stuff like, oh, I don't know, say tier 10, this would probably destroy the insides of my PC. Its processing units, the ability to handle this type of stuff, pretty much everything. And that really stinks when I think about it, because I actually do like this game. However, this is not the only reason why I'm going to be uninstalling this and deleting it after this video ends. World of Tanks, it's not as realistic as it could be. There are aspects that are highly inaccurate and incorrect. Like when your treads break. When your treads break, they don't just manually reattach themselves in real life. No, you gotta have people who get out of the tank, who take tools out, put it back on, fix it, get it working again. And that part's unrealistic. That part's always bothered me. Same thing with some of the accuracies and the durabilities, loading speeds, firing rates, etc., etc. A big list of things. But I never really let that get to me, because I actually enjoyed the atmosphere this created for me. And I certainly did like driving some of these tanks around. Personally, I would love to own one of these in real life, these OIs. I know it's stupid and childish, but man, I love this tank. A lot of people don't, but I do. I love its concept, I love its design. If you rounded these out and increased all of its mechanisms, gave it better barrel, better turrets, maybe a better engine, better hull design, slightly more sloped, kind of like the AMX-40. Is that what it was? Yeah, AMX-40. Give it a more sloped design like this, that'd be a pretty good tank right there. I could see myself getting behind a tank like that. I do enjoy that. And there's so many tanks in here that I've collected throughout the passing months. Just going right down the list one after another. Adding to that list of reasons as to why I'm also going to be uninstalling and deleting this. A lot of the people inside this game aren't really that nice. I don't know how many people I've blocked in here, but it's certainly more people than I've had the pleasure of saying hello to. I didn't care about being the best player. I didn't care about being a top tier fighter. I didn't care about maxing out my win streak, getting 100% wins every single time with the tank. I just wanted to play the game, and I wanted to have fun. That is the core aspect of being a gamer, where it lies at its heart, and most people today don't really remember that. Games are supposed to be fun. The communities are supposed to be inviting. So when somebody plays and they stink at it, and you just say, you suck, bro, you should leave, you should never come back, you should never touch this game again, it makes them want to leave and stay away permanently. That sort of attitude is not a welcoming atmosphere. It's not respected. It's not liked. But people back up that kind of behavior, apparently, in certain communities, and I've always questioned why that is. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's anybody in the comments in this video saying, "Oh well, you're just trash, bro. Look at you with your, look at you with your 0 data win streak. Yeah, you haven't even touched that tank. Or what about that one? You're 42%, or you in your 30s. Like, look at that one, bro. You're at 0. You got 0 win streak, bro. You suck." Yeah, I don't care about winning. I just care about having fun. Is that not why we play games? It's to have fun? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I mean, some of these I got 100% win streaks in, and these tanks are awful. I don't go bragging about it. I don't care about that. I never have. I just care about having fun. I like collecting the tanks. I like seeing what they can do. I like shooting the guns, loading them, driving around. I like being one of those childish people who hops inside a tank and says, "Hoorah!" It seems fun. The game pretty much was fun for me. But now my PC can't handle it, and I don't really like a lot of the negativity inside these matches. I've always heard from people that games like War Thunder was a lot better. I don't know if that's personally true. I've never played War Thunder. I've only played World of Tanks. That being said, though, I do agree the maps could use a major update. And I think it'd be fun if they made some noteworthy changes, like a nations battle. Like, all of you pick a nation, and then you get matched up with people who are using that nation, and then you battle another nation. So it'd be pretty cool to see, like, just America versus Germany, or all of Russia versus Japan. Just some basic examples here. Like, it doesn't have to be those specifically, but that's what it could be like. Or better yet, imagine the Italians versus all of France. Wait, no, that's not France. That's France. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I clicked on that one. What was that one? The Czech Republic? Is that what that was? Czechoslovakia. Okay. I mean, there's so many tanks in here, and I wanted to collect them all, and I did make some pretty good progress on most of these. Like this one, I was actually making some pretty good progress in there, especially in the American tree. I got pretty far down in there. I wanted to see all this one last time. All the stuff I did unlock, all the stuff I didn't. To the clan that I joined, I have not been active here in literally months. So, NGA, Navy Gaming America, if you could find my username and kick me out of the clan, I'd be most appreciative, because I cannot find the leave button for life or death of me. Maybe I walked right over and I didn't even see it, because I don't know. Maybe I'm staring at it right now and I don't even know. Was there a achievement section? I would like to see that again. Yeah, there it is. 450, huh? Researcher own 150. I made it to 100. 100 tanks. I've unlocked 100 different tanks. That is quite a number. I mean, it's nowhere near the full number in history, but that's still a pretty good darn number by myself. Yeah, you're funny. You're funny. See how it says 0 there? But when I click on it, it says 3. Yeah, real nice there. Way to count the numbers. Oh, dang. Is that my full list? You know, it's funny because it looks like a lot, but it's basically also nothing compared to the full list. .19% victories, huh? I've been in 1,795 battles. Battles survived, 11%. Ouch. Well, war is crap. You can't always walk back alive. You know, it'd be nice if you could actually give me an actual kill list. This does not surprise me at all. Japan, Germany, and America. Those were the three I was grinding on the absolute most. France, I'm surprised, is even at that number. And Tier 5 does not surprise me the least. I was on there the most. This one does surprise me, the medium category, because I was trying really hard to utilize heavies more in the end, and I did not expect the tank destroyer to be higher than my heavy. The SPG category, that does not surprise me. It was very difficult to get inside matches with the ones that I have because they were very low tier. So that does not surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care about being top dog in here anyways. I just wanted to have fun. And I'd say that I've had a lot of fun. I can literally feel my fan overheating right now as it's trying to keep things running. So it's not going to be able to maintain this for much longer. But this is going to be my last day in here, and that stinks because there was a lot more things I wanted to do and record in here when I got back to it, when I made time again. I wanted to finish recording one video for every single tank that I do have, and just type life as following name, like Cruiser Mark 1, Cruiser Mark 2, Cruiser Mark 3, etc., etc. And I wanted to record all this. I know I got a video or two on my channel somewhere having some of this, but I don't have it in the actual playlist I made. At least I don't think I do. So there was stories, there was, I believe it was topography? Yes, it was. You had to do these training scenarios where you drive around and go through blind spots and shoot at tank targets that are sitting motionless. And you think that's easy, but it's actually not. There have been numerous scenarios where I've actually died in here. Because I wasn't lining up the shot right, or I wasn't being patient enough, or the tank just happened to see me and shoot. And with their AI system that they have in place for it, their little auto-intelligence, artificial intelligence, whatever terminology. I like saying auto-intelligence because it's trying to auto-intellect its own design, and it's not doing a very good job. I mean, they're kind of sloppy, I'm going to be honest. But you have different tanks for these different scenarios. And each one's just a little bit different. I completed a couple of them in my spare time, but there was a bunch of these. But I honestly think the maps could use a little bit of a revamp, a little bit of an update. I mean, what they have now, it's pretty good. Problem is, I just don't know how that they can make it any better. I think that's the biggest issue, is how to improve upon it. Out of all the tanks I have, though, I'm going to miss this one the most. I know the OI is not really a particular favorite amongst every single player here. But personally, the OI tree is by far my favorite. There's been a lot of talk lately in the real world about how tanks are basically becoming obsolete with the whole drone warfare and all that other stuff that's coming around. Truth be told, if they want to try to deal with that, they need to stop making tanks like this. At least that's what I believe. I mean, this is a good tank. All the tanks that are like this are really good tanks when it comes down to it. They're solid in operations in their own right. They're good in their own ways. They're good at what they do. Tank destroyers, the artillery ones, heavies, mediums, lights. They're all good at what they do. Here's the problem, though. These tanks are designed to be highly durable, and they're built in such a manner that they are good against strong objects, walls, fortifications, and they're durable enough to, in a sense, take the punishment. However, the infantry, the people who operate the tank, who get outside, do maintenance check on it, fix it in terms of damage in the middle of a combat situation. I'm not using all the correct terminologies here. I know that much, and I am sorry. I'm doing the best I can. But these people are not drone-proof. They're not bulletproof. The tank can't withstand everything for them. It helps to protect them in a sense and deal the damage that's needed, but it's not perfect. And something I've learned over the years is you can never make something perfect, no matter how hard you try, no matter how meticulously you plan it. You cannot make it perfect. What you can do is improve upon its flaws. So a tank like this would definitely be good against a heavy object, heavy piece of machinery, a bunker, stuff like that. But against a drone that's gonna fly in right about here and blow the guy up to the kingdom come, or wedge itself inside of a small crevice here with an explosive and then just blow up, okay, that's gonna be an issue. So you gotta make something for it that will help deal with the air defenses. So this machine gun's not gonna be good for that. That's good against infantry. That's not gonna be good against the air. Now, you can use it in that sense if you're accurate enough, but again, I don't think that's going to be the best option for that kind of scenario. Not just one machine gun here. Especially against a small object like a drone. If you're shooting an airplane that's flying low, okay, that could work. But a drone, especially in numbers, okay, good luck. What they need to do is they need to go back to some of these older tank designs. Yes, they were flawed. Yes, they were sloppy. But they had potential if you could just see it. And I truly believe, this is a biased opinion, but I truly believe that the OI class is that class that they need to revisit. The type of tank design that had multiple turrets. Yes, it made holding ammunition difficult. Yes, once penetrated, it literally lit up like Christmas. But if you could revamp this whole design, rebuild upon it, take away the one back here, probably make that for air defense. I don't know fully how you could do that, but I believe this is the key to it. I can't explain it in my own words. It's just what I believe. You could have one cannon designed for the durable stuff and bunkers, another one designed for infantry, and another one designed for air. Of course, the body you're probably going to have to rework entirely and redesign almost all this. But I truly believe deep down inside that this could be the key to them keeping the tanks alive. The problem is I don't understand completely how they'd go about doing that. Because this body, it's good for the World War era. It's not good for the modern age era. They're going to have to redesign the whole engine. Probably prop this section up more. Maybe if you gave it a back sort of like this one, but made that on a much larger scale, then you could prop this section up and possibly put a light machine gun right here inside the pocket that they could swap to when somebody's behind them. But then the cannon wouldn't be able to rotate fully, so they have to try to utilize the treads to do so. Again, I'm just spitballing ideas here. But I truly think that this is the key that they need to go to. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and it's not, but if it is, I would like to see them try. Because I truly don't want the tank era to die out, personally. I've always been a fan of tanks. I find them fascinating. I find them highly intriguing. I mean, sure, they're giant death machines of death. You can't... You can't unsee a tank for its destructive power once you see it firsthand. And seeing the old era stuff like cannons and stuff like that used during the Civil War, which help lead to this era in its own way. I can't unsee that kind of technological power. Point is, though, biased opinion or not, the tank era is slowly starting to die out. And I personally just don't want to see it end. I like to still see some of these in service and used. I mean, who knows? Maybe 200 years from now we'll still have tanks. Or maybe we won't. We don't know fully. But only time will tell. Right? Assuming we even live that long. But I'm going to miss having this game on my PC. And I'm going to miss playing with all these. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll build my own tank. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere as great as all these were in their own ways, but if I do end up doing that, I'll give it my best shot. And to all the gamers who still play this game, who continuously swear at people in here, I hope you learn humility, and I hope you find peace with yourself. Because that kind of behavior makes people want to leave, not want to stay. Well, OI, it's been fun. I'm gonna miss you. I just want to take one last look at your whole tree branch again. Because I'm deeply gonna miss looking at these. I don't care what anybody else tells me. Tanks are cool. They are awesome. I will always have a spot in my heart for an amazing tank. Alright. My PC's starting to turn really warm, so I'm going to get off now before it crashes everything again. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I didn't do this for views or likes or content. I just did this because I wanted one last look at everything that I did do in here. So for those who did watch, thank you. I'm really gonna miss this game on my PC. Hint of advice for World of Tanks. I recommend you guys update your stuff and put a limiter on here. Considering that I literally have 73 tanks in here and it's forcing my PC to shut down every single time. I recommend you guys put maybe a 40 to 50 tank limiter, because being able to just continuously buy garage slots again and again, that's what screwed my PC over. It wasn't the gameplay itself, it wasn't the stuff, it was the fact that I have all these assets in here. And if I click on one tank, all of these are still running in the background. Even when they're not in use. That's the big problem I noticed here. As you can see here, I can still just keep buying garage slots, so that is a bit of a problem. Well, if you like the video, then give it a like. And if you want to see more, probably of other games, not going to be this one, then please subscribe. And like always, this is Menace Snowdecker signing off. And I will see you next time. So, bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to smile, because remember, a smile a day goes a long way. You hear that? Don't let the negativity get to you. Don't let the hateful comments that bullies send you put you down. Because you have the ability to do amazing things if you just try. I know you do. Anyways, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.